Hello, my loyal subscribers and my new watchers. Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today's reading will be for August 2024 for the sign of fires. Well, for the signs of fire signs. I misspoke there. If you've been with me before, thank you for coming back. If you're new to my channel, how this works is we will look at the overall theme on the top row here, starting with Leo. It is Leo season, so I got to start with Leo. I felt it. It had to come. Starting with Leo, we're going to follow up second with Sagittarius, and last but not least, Aries. But the first card here will be your overall theme, followed by a obstacle or a contributing factor to your theme. And last but not least, cards of advice, and I will clarify. As I feel drawn to do that through my intuitive concentration here, and I've already meditated on your cards. They're already dealt out. I just want to remind you this is a general reading. It may not resonate with your situation. If it doesn't, feel free to throw it out and come back and join me for the next reading. What else is there to say? Anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. What's the overall theme for Leo? Two of Hearts. Interesting. This talks about intimacy and partnerships. Contributing factors, Six of Diamonds. It's kind of a interesting combination here because Six of Diamonds talks about financial or abundance opportunities opening up for you. It may be centered around some kind of partnership. I just want to mention the Two of Hearts usually talks about intimate partnership, not necessarily business. If I didn't make that clear. But you could kind of have the mix of the both here. Like somebody you're intimately connected with, very strongly romantic, but doesn't have to be. It could be family. Somebody you're really close to in your family. It looks to me like there's some kind of there's some kind of door opening up for you. Actually, more than one door. Because I always see the sixes as kind of the branch of a tree. Or the forks in a river, right? It could go a lot of different directions, but it's very positive in terms of your pentacles, your abundance. Let's go ahead and get clarifiers. Let's see what's going on for Leo in August 2024. I'm already intrigued. I hope you are too. Clarifiers for Leo's message for August 2024. Three of Spades. Yowza. Yowza. This is stress and worry. Maybe there's some decisions to be made here. It's a lot of conflicting energies. I won't lie. Like I said, this is very positive. It's about feeling very connected and intimate with somebody in some way. I don't mean to imply sexually. It's just, that's what that talks about. It's also kind of like soulmate energy, or the desire for that connection if you don't have it. And again, that Six of Diamonds is about abundance, opportunities opening up for you, but you're stressed and worried perhaps about opportunities opening up. We'll have to get more cards here. I'm just not sure how it connects to that Two of Hearts, because it's usually around one person. Maybe you're going, this is the scenario I'm saying, you're going into business with your partner. You don't have to be married, but you could have been married. You could be married to them. You're stressed and worried about the decision to explore opportunities to make money together. I'm hearing that. The threes usually talk about being pulled in a couple of different directions. So like, there's the stress and worry there, but there's also not knowing exactly how to feel about it. You see my point? On the one hand, maybe you don't want to be stressed about it, but on the other hand, you kind of have to face up to the fact that you are. Okay. Before I say anything else, clarifiers. We're going to ask for a few more clarifiers. Got two here. We got the Two of Diamonds and the Four of Hearts. Look at that. it's all connected to that intimacy and that feeling connected to someone, because the Four of Hearts is about having that support and nurturing and love around in your family, and the Two of Diamonds is being financially secure. I just feel like I'm speaking to a Leo who is in a very good, shall we say, financial situation, whatever that means for you. Doesn't mean you're wealthy, it just means you're in a good position perhaps to make a change here and look for these opportunities or be open to them. And you got the support and love of some kind of partnership or family around you, or maybe it's family and friends. Four of Hearts it's the structure about your lifestyle, like how you're supported, your foundation. And the Hearts means emotionally you're very supported. But there's that stinking stress and worry right in the middle of it. I mean, okay, this just popped out. Wish fulfillment. All very positive cards, Leo. I'm not sure. I'm a little perplexed about where this is leading, but you got your wish fulfillment apparently coming up here. If you don't already feel that, perhaps a decision you've made, because the twos can, in my mind, can kind of imply decisions. Decisiveness, as opposed to with the three, it's like not being decisive, but you got two twos here. One talks about finance, one talks about emotional stability and connection, and the Four of Hearts backs that up, and the Nine of Hearts is that wish fulfillment. This is a deep satisfaction and, again, some kind of fulfillment here. And the Nine indicates a completion. Like you've come to a place in your life, perhaps, where this is all opening up. But perhaps, and it doesn't have to be a business decision, it just could be like a change in career. Perhaps you're stressed about it, though. Like, maybe there's some unknowns about it, and that's what's stressing you out, and you're kind of worried about how it's all going to turn out. I would say, I haven't looked at your advice, it's all going to turn out. You got the support, and you got the financial backing. The Two of Diamonds can talk about, you know, things being particularly healthy in a relationship financially, but it doesn't have to be a relationship. This still kind of intrigues me because I feel like it could be around a partner, but if you're single, obviously this wouldn't apply. I don't know, maybe you're going to meet somebody who's going to kind of change the course of things for you. That's intriguing. Okay, let's go ahead and look at your advice. I can't get too deep into these, unfortunately. Maybe I'll try to do a more in-depth Leo reading here after I get all the elements done. Your advice. Wow. Fantastic, independent energy here. This is entrepreneurial. Definitely could be looking at like going off in a new business direction, whether that's actually starting a business or a complete career change, but it's instigated by you, you see, with the independence. And the eights indicate things moving forward. It also, because it's in your advice, it highlights, this energy does highlight this anyway, but I see it as it being in your advice particularly potent, highlighting that it's going to pay off. It's about hard work and effort being put towards something that pays off. And yes, your abundance, your pentacles are highlighted with that eight of diamonds, okay? Any more cards of advice for Leo? Got to be something in here. There you go. Look at that. Wow. So again, a completion. There's going to be something completion here, and you're going to be quite satisfied with some kind of financial outcome. Let's put it that way. It's not necessarily a settlement. I mean, it could be. Financially, you're going to be very satisfied. I mean, that's the overall advice for August. Doesn't mean it's all going to be completed in August, because I a lot of times see the advice is like saying, okay, all this is going on, but here's what the universe or divine guidance is trying to tell you, that it's all headed in this direction. Things paying off, and it's all diamonds. It's all pentacles. There's a lot of emotion mixed up in it too, so I feel like it's going to be very... Whatever this is, this path, even though you're stressed and worried in August, it's going to be very emotionally fulfilling. That's the sense I get from it. Maybe whatever you're going into, a business opportunity or a new career path, is showing up as the Two of Hearts as being like the perfect thing that you get paired up with. And that in itself is going to be very self-satisfying, self-fulfilling. Again, there's an element here that kind of, I don't know, it kind of talks about partnerships and other people, but let's get one more card of advice. Because of those twos mostly, but another card of advice. Maybe clarify some of that, whatever I pull out. Start over. That was too many and kind of convoluted. Like to be clear. Like to be clear. Too many. That one. Okay. Look at that. I couldn't make this up. I went through the deck. You saw me. It's like the cards that were coming out in clumps. This one came out on its own. Another 8 of diamonds. Good grief. Whatever you're doing, Leo, it's going to lead to some kind of fulfillment here. I mean, just look at this for a second. Just gaze at it for a second. Individual, independent effort. Independence in some form or fashion. Some kind of thing that you are initiating. You're going for it. You've set a goal for yourself. With the 9 of diamonds, it leads to a completion. It leads to, again, this it's not a negotiation. I just don't know how to put it in words. It's not like it's the ultimate prosperity and success, but it's close to it. The 10 would be the ultimate prosperity and success. It's still a lot of money we're talking about with the 9 of diamonds. If you want to be blunt about it, it's still a lot of ka-ching. And there's a lot of satisfaction wrapped up with that. And the 8 of diamonds on both sides of it, good gracious. Things paying off. So whatever, maybe you've taken some kind of gamble. Maybe that's where the stress and worry comes in. It's all going to pay off. Relax in August, Leo. That's my advice to you. Not necessarily the cards, but that's my advice to you. I hope this helped. Please give me a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. I need that support truly, deeply, and thank you in advance. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at Sagittarius. What's going on for you in August 2024? Sagittarius, you got the Queen of Clubs. Could be you. That's fire sign energy with the 8 of Clubs. Some kind of decision to be made here. You're in decision mode. You're at some kind of crossroads. See what's contributing to all this. A King of Diamonds. Maybe you're trying to decide about some money matters and could involve an earth sign. That's an interesting combination. I do see at least there's an earth sign and some kind of fire sign energy wrapped up in this, but because you're a fire sign, I tend to think you're the Queen of Clubs. The King of Diamonds is somebody with a very good head on their shoulders around money and finance. It's actually the ultimate mastery being in the king position. It is not gender specific. We're not looking at a male, just somebody who's kind of on top of the abundance and pentacles thing, okay? Maybe you have somebody who's giving you advice about finance. Maybe that's why you're at the crossroads with the 8 of Clubs. It's kind of being stuck. Maybe you're trying to decide what to invest in. Maybe there's maybe stock and investments literally, or it could be like some kind of property. And somebody is giving you some advice who has more knowledge than you, more experience than you. Let's go ahead and clarify. Six of Spades, whatever it is, it's fated and it's destined. It is going to open up more opportunities for you, whatever you decide here. I see the sixes, don't mean to sound like a broken record. It's like the branching off of a tree or the forks of a river. Could go off into many different directions, but it's all about opportunities. But whatever's going on is meant to be. It's meant to transpire this way. Whatever is unfolding in your life. And you also have the 7 of Clubs. This is about feeling trapped in some way. I would I would bet this has something to do with being stuck in the crossroads. Like you don't quite know what to do. But whoever this King of Diamonds character is, again, Earth sign, that would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They were meant to be in your path. I don't know that you're trying to make a financial decision. I just kind of threw it out there because of the King of Diamonds and what they represent. And that's what my intuition was showing me. Could be that you're trying to decide about them. But there's a feeling of being trapped around it. Like you're kind of desperate to get out of the situation, whatever it is. Again, I kind of see it wrapped up in some kind of decision. I mean, the Seven of Clubs can literally mean like a dead-end relationship. A relationship that's not going anywhere. So let's not forget that. If it's not about relationship, it could be a dead-end job, honestly. And the King of Diamonds could be like that job that you make a very good amount. You know, like you have like a great salary and everything's perfect, except you hate the job, or it's affecting you negatively in some manner. Maybe the kind of work it is. Could be that. Not real clear. Maybe we'll get another clarifier here that shows me that. Yeah, you're not really sure about where things are headed. That's kind of wrapped up in the Eight of Clubs. That's in that indecision. This is also the Fool card. If you're familiar with tarot, you know about the Fool card. It can indicate new beginnings. I kind of see it as uncertainty, not knowing where things are headed. Black and White Joker, that's things being up in the air and unsettled. Unfortunately, I am not being shown which way this is going. But if it resonates with your situation, Sagittarius, could be relationship, could be career. I kind of see it very possibly going both ways. Again, these are general readings. I think sometimes general readings try to, when they're coming from pure source, are trying to give a good foundational background that will apply to the greater good. So that the most amount of people who are perhaps viewing the reading will benefit. So it's not going to tell me exactly a lot of details, especially because this is not a detailed reading. But here I am rattling on. Let's go ahead and look at your card of advice and ask for clarifiers on that. King of Clubs. So if you're back here in this Queen of Clubs energy, not necessarily female, but Queen has got that slightly lower hierarchy under a king. I see this as you being elevated, Sagittarius. So it strikes me. So whatever's going on, relationship or career-wise, again, that's being hidden from me. It's going to elevate you, the outcome of this. Yes, you're up in the air right now and you haven't made a decision, but I see it as a positive outcome. You can interpret advice as outcome, honestly. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, in the next moment, but that's where you're headed. That's where the timeline is leading at the moment. Any more cards here you can clarify for Sagittarius? Six of Diamonds is going to open up financial opportunities for you. This could very much be about a job. I think I'm talking to a Saggy who's got a very nice, cushy paycheck, but feeling trapped. Feeling trapped. Maybe you're burnout. Actually, I'm hearing the word burnout. It's just not doing it anymore, but look at this. Sixes, opening up those branches of a tree, those different forks in the river, however you want to visualize that. And it's all around pentacles. It's all about financial opportunities and elevating you. Because this is fire sign energy, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But we're talking about Sagittarius here, so forget about the other ones. I mean, you could have those other signs in your chart, but any more cards of advice? Nine of Spades. So this is some kind of loss. I think you're going to have to let something go that actually is going to impact you. That would make sense if you've been invested in a career, for example, for a long time. There's a sense of loss. Maybe that's why you're in indecision mode. Gosh, it makes so much sense when you look at it that way. And that's why things are up in the air. But you also got this trapped energy. Feeling like a prisoner. So obviously it means something to you. It's not just the money. That could be a big part of it, but it's not just that. This is a completion, and it's a downer energy. It's dark. You could also look at it as things being forced upon you, changes you have to make that you don't necessarily want to do. Yeah. I think you don't really want to do this. A part of you doesn't want to do this, but I think you have to. I'm just speculating about the reasons why. But I heard burnout. You're feeling trapped. This isn't your advice, Saggy. I don't think I need to go any further with that. I think it's pretty clear that if you move ahead, you're going to have these financial opportunities open up for you. So if you're worried about that income, I think you got a confirmation. There's a brighter future, or a bright future. It's going to work out for you. It's going to elevate you. You're going to be in that king position. But you are going to experience a sense of loss around it. So maybe that'll help make up your mind. Nobody likes to be stuck at the crossroads like, oh God, what do I do? And paralyzed by the decision even. Okay, I'm going to move on. Hope that helped. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Aries, we're going to bring you up next, but I do have to change the battery in my camera. I have learned, finally, after a couple of years of doing this, if I don't change the battery, the video will cut off on me. So I'll be right back. Okay, thank you for your patience, Aries. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for August 2024. We're starting off with 5 of Diamonds, some kind of change in your finances, perhaps. And contributing to that scenario is the King of Diamonds. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I see it a couple different ways. It could represent a person or some kind of, well, before I say that, a negotiation with that person, because this 5 of Diamonds is a lot of times about settlement or negotiation, but there's some kind of change coming in. Okay, again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe it's somebody that you were involved with. If it's not, it's you taking some kind of mastery over your financial path here. Okay, let's go ahead and get clarifiers for you, Aries. Yeah, okay, we'll just take that because it popped out. Some kind of new start here. The Ace of Hearts talks about following your passion, following what's truly important to you, following what your true desires. Because this is a settlement energy, I feel like something is like wrapping up. Ending is not quite the right word. It's not like you're... I mean, you may have gotten divorced or split up with somebody, but it's more like something wrapping up. It's definitely more of those lines. And a new beginning will be indicated as a point from that wrapping up. So in that sense, it's kind of a mini ending. It's not like a major event. But this is very important that you've come to this place in your life. Let's see. What else is going on? More clarifiers for Aries for August 2024. Okay, got 2. 2 of Spades, 7 of Diamonds. 2 of Spades talks about some kind of rift. Could be with that Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And it's pretty permanent. What wrapped up with the 7 of Diamonds is some kind of... It's an interesting combination. I don't quite know how to... Might take me a minute here to decipher this. 7 of Diamonds talks about avoiding risks, usually around finances. But it a lot of times talks about gambling. Like, literally, like, you don't have to take a risk, but you choosing to because you're like in that player mode of, can I beat the system? Maybe it's around a person. But the two of spades is it's like a final disconnection. Maybe you're not willing to take risks anymore. That would be a very literal interpretation. Yeah, because it's like the two of spades is the opposite of harmony and balance. So it's disharmony. Unbalance. Disconnection. And the seven of diamonds is like an internal experience. It's usually not like somebody. It's not a person. It's about behavior on your part. I see it as you're not willing to take any more risks. Perhaps that's denoted with this new start. Like, you really got to follow your heart and forget all this frivolous speculation. But again, negotiation and settlement came out with the five of diamonds. It's like maybe you negotiated with somebody. Maybe they're, again, another earth sign. And now that you've settled that with them, you're on this new start, and part of that is not taking any more risks, you see? Not putting your finances out there. I don't know. More clarifiers? I'm not sure what that is about. Maybe it's about lending money to somebody, or I don't know why I got that. Like loans? Investing in somebody, like helping somebody out. Eight of spades. Could be around some kind of work situation. This is about relieving stress around some kind of work. I don't know. Maybe you were doing some kind of risky work. And now it's important that you follow your heart's desires, and that goes without saying. I think when we get out of crappy situations like that, there's something inside of us that's saying we're not satisfied, and there's something more important to look at, even if it means, going down a pay grade. That satisfaction versus having the top position, but also all the headaches and the stress that go with that, and the money, of course. I don't really see it highlighted with the finances, except with the King of Diamonds. If you're not dealing with an earth sign, and that's you, Aries, it's about you mastering and taking control of your finances in some way by getting away from this stressful, bad work situation. I will mention sometimes with the Eight of Spades, it involves disharmony with a particular person, which would kind of go along with the Two of Spades, except the Two of Spades is mixed up with financial risk. So I just think you had to relieve the stress some way. Some kind of work. If it's not literally a job, maybe it's other work that you've been putting effort into, and now you're not willing to put yourself out there anymore, and it involves finances. If that resonates with you, I'm happy for you. I'm not quite clear on what that could be. It's not my situation. I actually don't have any Aries in my own chart, so I can't relate to it at all. I am just sharing with you what I intuitively feel about it. But there's also a fire energy here, and this is probably you. Queen of Clubs. The mentor. The good friend. The person that everybody turns to. Again, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Queen. Not quite up there on the status as the king. But it's not gender specific. Don't look at the female aspect of it. It's just somebody with some mastery and power. It's just a little bit more subtle than the king. I feel like I'm speaking to an Aries who's been a great support for others or someone. And by making these moves, getting away from this stressful work or effort that you've been putting into something, and refusing to take any more risks or gambles. You're mastering your financial health here. Not sure what the negotiation or settlement would be, except you might have literally had a settlement with a person, or you have settled with yourself that what's important here is following what you truly desire, and perhaps, like I said, you don't want to invest in something anymore or someone. I kind of see it along those lines, Aries. Let's go ahead and look at your advice. 10 of Clubs. You're moving on. 10 of Clubs is the end of a major chapter. It's about physical movement, but I also see it as symbolic, moving on from a situation. It's very positive. If it's involving physical travel, it's like going out, exploring the world, going on vacation, having some rest and relaxation. But maybe mentally you're moving on from this. And I see it as, again, a positive because it's a 10. It's like the end of a chapter. Like you had to go through this situation and endure it for whatever reason. Part of your life path, right? Look at that. Holy moly. I don't think I've ever pulled out 2 10s for the advice. I mean, this is like you are wrapping something up. This is pretty big. This is ultimate success and prosperity. What did I say? Refusing to take financial risks. You're done with that. And you're here. This isn't an earth sign necessarily. This is you. Mastering your finances in some way. You're not letting... I'm picturing somebody who has a lot of wealth, let's say, and you've allowed it to hemorrhage for some reason. Now you're taking mastery over that, and look what it's leading to. Success and prosperity. And movement. Positive movement. Maybe you're going to be using that prosperity to travel more. Or maybe it's just about moving on from an unhealthy dynamic. Okay. Cards of advice for Aries before we wrap this up. Another 10. Good grief. I'm a little concerned because it's wrapped up with the 5 of Spades, but the 10 of Hearts is ultimate happiness and like celebrating. It's the ultimate party, man. You get to go out and spend time with people you love and just sit back and enjoy yourself. But the 5 of Spades is, again, a change. It's a disruption of some sort. I will be honest, it's about a breakup, but I don't think we really saw a breakup here. We just saw you like setting some rules and refusing to take risks in some way that involves your wealth. Maybe you were enjoying taking those risks, and this is about disrupting that free-flowing, I'm hearing that free-flowing energy of just doing whatever. You know what I mean? Especially if it involved money, like not caring and not paying attention to what you're doing, spending the money. Disruption in that feeling that you have the world at your fingertips and you can do whatever you want without any consequences. And there's going to be a change there. But I wouldn't fret about that because you got these two. You're solidifying your financial future with the 10 of Diamonds. And again, you're moving on, and that's very positive in both cards. This to me is just like some kind of, I'm sorry to say this, but it's some kind of short-term gratification that's coming to an end. You're breaking yourself off from that tendency or that compulsion. Let's say it's a compulsion. They gave you some kind of short-term gratification because you need to look at the long picture. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I hope this reading helped, Aries. That's quite the spread here with the 3 with the 3 10s. Like that kind of blows my mind. very nice. Even though there's something back here that kind of got out of control, I think, and you're putting the brakes on that. You're finally seeing through the need to follow your heart and start over. And I think most of us can when we don't let it go too far, and I don't think you have. Okay, enough of me. Thank you for joining me, though. Appreciate you being here. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Please support the channel as much as you can. Spread it around. Come back and see me for the next one. And I'm not sure what I'm doing next, but I will be doing earth signs, air signs, and water signs for August, because I just completed fire. So we got that one done. Again, as always, take care. Until I see you again.